On your Thursday night as they prepare to do battle with the Ryerson Rams. It's for OUA Western supremacy. The Rams coming in at third, the Mustangs coming in at second. Matt Morantz goes into the face-off circle for your Western Mustangs against Jason Kelly, and it all begins right now on Mustangs TV. Won by the Stangs, back to McDonald, transfers it to Trevor Warner, up to Ouellette, who loses it in the neutral zone. Going back for the puck is Ward.
We hear that they're playing much more physical. They're really playing the body. And it seems to be a new identity, maybe, with this new team.
A bit of a chess match, though, here with 9 minutes into this game, as neither team wanted to give up an inch. But here's an opportunity for the Rams. It's Dodds on the blocker's side, sprawled out, and they score! The Ryerson Rams get it done, and they have a 1-0 lead here early, courtesy of Daniel Claremont's third goal of the season. And less than 9 minutes into the game, it's 1-0 for the visiting team.
Yeah, and it's all about patience. You see, the Ryerson Rams had patience and went all the way around the net, and Dodds had to come over. Dodds came over, and there was a pass that just got over to the player Claremont. He was able to tip it in for the first goal of this game.
A pair of 16s will battle it out in the ensuing faceoff. McKee will beat, though, Blaney, and now playing in the neutral zone right now, Mike. Kyle DeCoste gets into the zone to Salaturo, near half boards to Reese. Reese using his dangles to get it to Salaturo, to Warren at the blue line. He's going to take a shot through some traffic. Rebound to Reese. He's got a goal right there. Steve Reese turns Troy Passingham into pieces. Put it up on the board. The Western Mustangs score, and it's a 1-1 game, courtesy of the captain, his second goal of the year.
Yeah, you talk about it, Steve Reese, the captain, the leader. These Western Mustangs, power play goal by Reese. So this Western Mustangs power play now 4 for 12. So very potent power play. As I said, they were second in the league last season, and right now they're looking pretty hot on the power play once again.
And you were talking about Troy Passingham's rebound control earlier in this broadcast, and it played a factor there. As there's Warner, takes a shot, and then a squeaky rebound, but before Warner could get his stick to the puck, Passingham was able to cover the rubber up. As we see here, trying to kill off this penalty, the Rams went on the offense, but then back the other way. Reese laid Passingham out like a dinner cloth. A wise decision not to shoot it right away, just to kind of hold it for a second to lay him down. Paulridge is going to take a player in the neutral zone. That negated the icing. Corrente has the Blues puck ricochet off of him to Alex Leader, who gets it up the ice. A chance here, one-timer, and they score! Kyle Blaney from Daniel Claremont. And Blaney has his 4th goal of the year and his 6th point already here in the 4th game of the season.
Yeah, Greg Dodge just kind of out of position. He overcommitted to the shooter. And in that case, when the pass came over, he was not ready to get in position, and he was down low. As we take a look here, really overcommitted, and he was down and out, and then right there, top shelf, nice shot by Blaney. And the Ryerson Rams are now up 2-1.
And especially when, you know, you had your defenseman back laying down to block the shooter, you think that pass would have been more in Greg Dodd's back of his head, if you will, but it wasn't there. And you know what? On the road, the Ryerson Rams have a 2-1 lead here, just a little over the midway marker of the first period.
Just finding the puck in the skates and not able to get shot off.
And the Ryerson Rams can thank 2 beautiful passes to lead to their 2 goals that they have this evening so far, as that puck scoots by the man at the blue line. Dodd's great job to transition it right back to where it came from, and pushing it along and chasing after it is Noah Schwartz. McAuliffe pinches in on the near boards, pushes it along the boards behind the Ryerson Rams net to Morantz, who backhands it to the blue line to Corrente. Crosses the blue line to McAuliffe, in between the hash marks to Schwartz, and they scores! Julian Chiminamore, what a beautiful goal indeed, a deflection, and that's his 2nd goal of the season and his 4th point of the year.
Oh, they do not get any prettier than that. That deflection was great. The shot by Schwartz, I believe it was Schwartz, and the deflection by Chiminamore in front and into the back of the net, and they have tied this game up. So like I said, they had a chance on the power play to tie it back up, even though the no goal, and they made them pay for that penalty.
I talked with Julian's dad, Vincent Chiminamore, in the offseason. He said, hey, my kid's ready for a 20-goal season. As we see the replay from that last marker, McAuliffe got it to the aforementioned Schwartz, or Morantz, or no, you're right, it was Schwartz, and a beautiful tip that time by Julian Chiminamore. Regardless, Vincent was saying, hey, my boy's primed for a 20-point year, and I said, well, you know, the first 3 years he got nothing more than 15 points, which is still impressive. Well, he's on pace for that right now, as he's got 4 points in the first 3 games.
I love it.
Back to your point, what happens when they don't get tape to tape in that situation? Well, icing. They're going to do the whole situation all over again to the blocker side of Dodds, but this time it's even strength 5-on-5. Morantz going into the draw. He's been keen on these faceoffs for Clark Singer, and that's clearly something he was working on in the offseason. Morantz had it ramp off his stick, gloves it down back to his stick, gives it over to Ouellette as they get into the Rams zone. Ouellette shoveled it down to Morantz to try to continue a cycle, but Ouellette got bumped off of it by Mark Corbett. Loose puck here, chance for Salaturo, and he scores! Better call Sal. Stefan Salaturo with his first of the season makes it 3-2 for the Mustangs here with 8:55 remaining in the second period. The purple and white have their first lead of the game.
Yeah, big mistake there by Mark Corbett. Gives up the puck, and Salaturo was able to walk in and shoot it 5-hole on Passingham to take the lead.
And you look, it's just a, like you said, just not a wise decision. Goes off the teammate's skate and then doesn't even hesitate. The first time he touches it, he's shooting it on the net and passing him, especially as a goaltender. When the guy never touches the puck until he, actually is firing it behind you, doesn't give you a whole lot of reaction time.
But to the coach earlier today, and they said that it's still early in the season, and he could have maybe played this weekend, but they want to give him a little bit more rest so that he'll be good and fresh for down the stretch.
He's better off to play it safe. Reese on the power play, going towards the net, shovels it between the legs, and he scores! His second of the game. Twice in a row, he's turned Passingham into pieces. It's Mr. Reese, the captain from Dorchester, and the Mustangs double up their lead. It's 4-2 here late in the second period.
Yeah, Reese, great move, going in hard on the goaltender Passingham, and just able to squeak it between the legs. I believe that's back-to-back goals now here, where Passingham has allowed goals by the Mustangs right between the wickets, and the Mustangs, as we take a look here, great pass from Salaturo, tape to tape, I might add.
Watch how sneaky Reese gets here, though. Whoop, right in between the 5-hole, like you said there, Mike. And, give Passingham credit, though. Reese had a passing option to his blocker side. He's got to keep that in the back of his head, and that allowed him to open up the 5-hole. Just that much for Reese to sneak through. And when you're hot, Mike, you're hot. 3 for 3 is the power play unit right now for the Western Mustangs. Glove of Dodds and flutters into the far corner. Reese plays it away from Kelly, up the far boards to Salaturo, who taps it off of the far boards, but Alex Leader intercepts that. Cross ice to Burkhoff. He'll go right back cross ice to Victor Terreri. Terreri with Reese draped on him, still has the puck, plays it off the boards, and chasing on a forecheck is Kelly. Kelly with a backhand centering pass, trying to pick it out of midair with Frosch, but he couldn't do it. Burkhoff through some traffic, and they score! Just like that, the Ryerson Rams climb within one. Victor Terreri with his second goal of the season. Another beautiful deflection, and not much Greg Dodds could do on that one, Michael.
Yeah, that just really great tip there by Terreri, and a good shot by, I believe, Burkhoff was it who took the shot, and a good tip there that just beat Dodds, blocker side. And yeah, as you say, Dodds expecting to save that off for the defender. Looked like it may have been going glove side and then tipped to go blocker side. There's not much he could have done.
A minute and 24 seconds into the third and potentially final period of play, and the Ryerson Rams climb within one and cut the lead in half. And that's exactly how you want to start the third period on the road.
100% down.
Good thing for the Western Mustangs and Greg Dodds that it missed on the blocker side. Salaturo, 2-on-2 the other way. He's going to try and return the favor. That hit off the stick, though, of Basso and never reached the 4x6 of the Ryerson Rams. Reese with an opportunity for the hat trick. Reese, big save by Passingham. Rebound, and then somewhere it's laying under a defender that covered up. The puck is still loose. Corrente, another save, the loose puck. Oh, my word, the Mustangs can't bury it. Passingham doesn't have a stick. He takes Basso's instead. Gaskin with a shot towards the net. Rebound by Reese. Reese gets tripped up behind the play. He battles two Ryerson Rams for it. And Ryerson Rams, by the stick of Lucas Frosch, try and push it across the blue line on the glove side along the ice level. Paulridge now scooting in for a defenseman. Goes into the near corner. Paulridge trying to go right to McAuliffe, and instead it hit off a leg. McAuliffe receives it from Paulridge, though. The penalty is expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Paulridge, though, still with it. A minute remains in this game. McAuliffe almost had that picked off, kept in at the blue line by Paulridge. Shot put in there. Passingham just reacted to it. Rebound was there. Chiminamori's hacking away at it. Passingham denies him not once, not twice, but thrice. And finally the whistle goes. 49 seconds remains here in the third period of play, and like I said just a couple minutes ago, Passingham's doing his best job to keep his team in it. You cannot fault the netminer for Ryerson on this evening.
Oh my goodness, Passingham. First we had that scrum where it was the whole team, but Passingham making some beautiful saves. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4 hacks at the puck, and Passingham able to pounce on it.
Won by the Stangs, but they tried to chew up a lot of time. They only wasted a couple seconds, though. 40 seconds remains. Passingham goes to the bench. Reese for the hat trick over the net. Oh, I wanted to throw the hats onto the ice, but we came just shy. 28 seconds remains, and it is the Ryerson Rams led by Alex Basso trying to tie this up. Drop pass to Blaney, goes back to Cutting. Cutting tried to shovel it towards the net. 6-on-5 skaters. The puck comes to the blue line. Blaney keeps it in. Over to the far side now to Alberga. 15 seconds. Backdoor. That missed Alex Basso. Mitch Gallant corrals it. Back at the blue line. 10 seconds remain. Shot put in there. Saved by Dodds. The rebound comes out. McKee gets it in the near corner. 5 seconds remains. He tries to clear it. Kept in by Basso. Basso on a backhand, and that will do it. Western wins. Western wins. It's a 4-3 final on your Thursday night over the Ryerson Rams. Yeah, getting another W, and he's quickly kind of mounting up the pile, if you will. Victor Terreri scoring that goal, though, in the third period really early to kind of start to scare all of us a little bit here at Thompson Arena. But as you mentioned, the Western Mustangs go on and take this score by a final 4-3 over the Ryerson Rams to improve 3-0-0 on the season. For Michael DiStefano, all of our production staff, our camera crew, and our director, Dan Durek, I'm John Urban. We thank you for tuning in to Mustangs